Hi everyone, Michelle here from the Creative Cove, and thanks for joining me today. Hope you're all doing well. Today I thought we would do a quickie sketch video and maybe build some ephemera. I had a lady ask me to do some Japanese inspired type sketches, quickie sketches. So the first thing that comes to my mind is cherry blossoms. I've always wanted to see the cherry blossoms in Japan, and I've seen pictures of them and they're just stunning. So it's on my bucket list. So I thought we would start with that today, and I think we'll work with something around this size. So I've done a little sketching, a little practicing, and we'll build some stuff. We'll build some stuff together. So grab your pen and your pencil or whatever you have handy, some scrap papers. So I have pulled out a whack load of scrap paper here because I found some really fun stuff and I thought we could try and build something today. This vibrant pink, oh my gosh, it's crazy. I got this and this wrapping paper off a gift, so I thought this would be kind of nice to try and use up. So anyways, grab some scraps, whatever you have handy, and let's get started. So I'm gonna scrap of paper. So I have these scraps left over from a journal I made, and I just kind of packaged them up so they're handy to just pull out when I need. All right, I'm gonna use my Micron pen today. It's a 0.03, so it's a very fine nib, and it's great for quickie sketches because it just gives you a very thin indicator of a line. So I'm gonna pull you in a little closer, try and keep my hand out of the way. So I'm just gonna do a quickie sketch of a cherry blossom, and cherry blossom's quite a relatively simple flower to draw. So what I start with is a kind of like a little X star in the middle. Just kind of scribble a little, well, star, I guess, in the middle. And then I pull these little lines out and do dots at the end. And this is the center of the flower. And you just kind of randomly scrabble them in. I like to establish where the center of the flower is, and then I can build up the petals from there. So now I'm going to do the petals. So it has 5 petals. So I pull it out, I run it around like that, and I pull it back to the center. I'm going to do another one over here. Same thing, wiggle it back, bring it back to the center. Pull it out, bring it back to the center. And this one can maybe underlap that other one out to the center. So I didn't pull it from here, I started up here. And this one can come out and get stuck behind this one. And there's your general standard cherry blossom shape. This flower we're looking straight down at. So let's do one that's maybe a little curved away from us. So I'm gonna start with the petal that's closest to me, and I'm gonna just roll it back towards me. So this is curved and it wiggles back. Here's the center, so that will make a little bit more sense in a second. There's the center of the flower. I'm just going to give it its little cute little center of those little, I don't know what they would be called, where the pollen is and stuff. I know it's got a name, and it's Tuesday morning, Monday, Easter yesterday, so it's my Monday. My brain hasn't woken up yet. I'm going to pull a petal back. I'm going to pull one up here, bring it back to the center. Out again, back to the center, and another one back behind this one so you can't see that line. So there's another one, it's got a slight angle to it. So let's do another one up here maybe where it's got more of an angle. So we're gonna give ourselves the petal that's facing us. We're gonna give it just a little indication of the center because we're not gonna see much of it. And then we're gonna start with the petals on the side. So they come out from the center, wrap around and go back, come out from the center, wrap around and go back. These ones we can see a little bit more of, so we'll give them a little bit more of a view here. They still be curving away, so they're going this way, these are going this way, and this one's coming towards us. And then we're gonna give it a stem. And that's gonna go back to the branch. So let's put the branch in maybe. Actually, let's do one more because I do like a full cluster of flowers before I put my branch in. because once I've drawn my branch, I can't do a flower on top of it in a pen. You can with pencil because you can erase it. Let's do one down here. So this one's going to be on a bit of an angle here. So there's the petal coming towards us. Here's the little center, the little dotty centers here, my technical terms. And then we're going to give our 5 petals coming out. And there's that one. All right, so now let's give it one more. Okay, I'm gonna give it a scent. This one I'm gonna do like this one where it's facing right at me because they like to grow in these big clusters. I'm gonna give it my 4 and then 5 petals. So I'm gonna give it its little stamens, is that what it's called? And fill those in. So now I'm going to give it a branch. So the branch will come through the middle here. So I'm going to see a little bit of it here and then down here. And I'm just going to scribble that in. And it's going to continue up behind that plant, that flower, and go right here and then out. And I'm just going to scribble it. So now I'm going to give myself some blossoms that haven't quite opened yet. So they get a stem from the branch, and then they go around like this, and then I just kind of give them a scribble. I'm going to do another one. And remember, these are quickie sketches, so there's not tons and tons of detail. It's just a nice quick sketch to add into your journal of things you like. So in this case, cherry blossoms. I'm just going to scribble that in like this. And let's maybe do a couple down here. So I'm going to give it a stem again. And the head that hasn't opened. We'll do another one. And this time maybe we'll do one that's a little open. So we'll give it a base and then we'll give it its petals. And we can't see inside it yet because it hasn't opened. And maybe we'll do one over here that's, let's do it where the flower's curving away from us. So this is the base of the flower here. And the opening is, on these is like this. This one's going to be like this. We're going to see the back end of the flower. So we're going to see the underside of the petals, if that makes more sense. So this one's going away from us like that. And what's nice about these quickie sketches is you learn how to draw all these different forms of directions of flowers. And then when you put them together in a composition, it gives you a much more realistic three-dimensional feel of the overall plant, as opposed to just an individual flower. So let's do maybe the same thing like this, but facing down this way. So I'm going to give it the little piece that would hang on from the branch to the flower, and then the petals. And then we'll do one here. And again, these are going this way. So we'll do one where it hasn't opened again. I think that's a good start. So let's color this in, because normally I do a lot of neutral colors on my channel, but there's just something about the pink and a cherry blossom you can't resist coloring. So I thought it would be nice to add some color to these, just a quick color. I'm only using 2, so this is a blush pink in a Prismacolor Premier pencils, but you can use anything you got, watercolor, anything. And this is a processed red. So I'm just gonna scribble in the processed red in the center because it's a richer pink. And like I said, it's quick. I'm not spending lots of time on it. But I think the pink is really sweet to add because it's just such a beautiful pink. And it really says blossom. You know, it really screams cherries when you add the pink in. And like I said, I'm more drawn to neutrals than I am color when it comes to my journals. But I can't resist this pink. Can't resist the pink in a cherry blossom. So now I'm going to go in with a softer pink, and I'm just going to work in a circular motion here just to soften any lines I'm not even filling in the whole flower. I'm just putting an indication of this color in. I want to keep it nice and light, delicate, spring-like, new life. There we go. There we are. So like I said, I like a lot of neutral in my palette, so I am going to tone down my paper. Now it's really dark out, it's raining, so it might look like it's pretty dark already, but it actually is a stark white piece of paper. So I think I'm just going to tone it down with my Vintage Photo Distressed Oxide. And then I'm just gonna, and I also like the grungier look. That's my style. All right, so we got that sketch. Let's do one on a piece of, let's do one on a label. So I've got some labels here. So I thought we could do the same thing, but we'll do it on a narrow label. So let's ink up our labels. I'm just going to rub some of that leftover on there. Sorry if my camera's moving. Dirty up my labels. And I've done a few videos on sketching on labels just to give you an idea of how to make mass production here. You can do the same in a cherry blossom. So we're going to do the same thing, only our stem is going to go more vertical, and we're going to keep the flowers a little bit more centered here. So I'm just going to start again with the center and do my 5 petals. Do another one here, and I'm just going to go through this fast. So you, again, if you're sketching along with me, you can slow my video down, you can speed it up, you can skip over if you already know how to draw cherry blossoms. That's the beauty of these YouTube videos, tutorials, is you can work them at your speed. And we'll do another one here where it's away from me. And there. Maybe another one up here. Hasn't opened yet. And you see, I don't have anything pre-sketched. I'm just having fun doodling here. And you're gonna find some things work and some things don't. And you keep the stuff you like. If you're learning to sketch, I'd recommend you keep all your sketches, even the ones you don't like, because it's a really fun thing to come back in a few months after you've been practicing more and see how much you've actually improved. And a lot of it is confidence. You know, you got to go in with a mindset that you can do it, or allow yourself the opportunity to learn how to do it. And like I said, you don't have to keep all your sketches. There's a lot of mine I don't keep, but I learn a little bit something off it every time. And there are things I like to draw, there are things I don't like to draw, but I'm always drawing. There, just a quick sketch like that. Again, we're gonna add the pink, and then we'll have some fun building something here out of these. Use what you've got, use up, this is a great way to use up scraps with little doodles like this. And people say, how do you call them doodles? You know, they're a lot of work, or they're good sketches, things like that. But a doodle to me is something, a doodle could be a work of art. It's something that is done quickly without a lot of thought in my mind is what a doodle is. I'm not thinking about it, I'm just having fun moving my pen around, and that's what I consider a doodle. It's a professional term, doodle. There we go. All right. So we've got 2 little images to play with, so let's pull out some fun papers here. So I have some papers that I was playing with the other night that I kind of pre-stamped all over. I have this is a piece of that faux eco paper in a tutorial I did, so I'll try and remember to link that below because this is really pretty. And I think we might use this, if it's big enough, on this. I like that. What else have we got? Greens, some more botanical. Might be too much. Oh, I wanted to try this pink here. I'm sorry if this burns your eyeballs. I'm gonna pull this up just a little bit now because it is so bright, this pink. So let me just straighten it out. There we go. This pink is so bright, so if your retina burning, I'm sorry. All right, let's not mix everything up here, which is something I do. I get stuff everywhere. So I thought this would be kind of fun, like really vibrant here. Let's try it. So I'm trying to train myself when I've finished using a tool to put it to my left-hand side, even though I'm right-handed. Because my right-hand side gets so jammed and then I can't find anything. I spend half of my crafting moments looking for a tool. So see, I naturally want to put my scissors down to the right-hand side, but I'm trying to teach myself to put all my tools to the left-hand side to see if that will help me stay a little bit more organized. Yeah, I like that bright pink. Just a touch of bright pink. So maybe I'll glue this down. See, almost did it again to the right-hand side. So maybe you have some tips and tricks on what you do to keep your desk organized while you're working. A new thing too I'm trying to do is a little, my glue's not working, is like a scrap bin on my desk. That has helped, but I don't always do it. So I've got to get in the habit of setting up my desk in a way that's functional before I even start crafting, which means I probably have to clean my desk off every time I decide to make something. But I'm moving to a trailer while a house is being built, so I really have to try and force myself to work tidier because I will have very limited space in that trailer. Just want to trim this up a little neater around here. I don't want tons of pink showing through, just want a little bit. Just to really pop the pink in the drawing is really what I want to do. So I think this pink outer edge really brings the pink out in that. Oh, there we go. And then maybe we'll stick this down. So again, these are just labels. So just peel and stick. So I love using these labels in ephemera because once you've decorated them, they are just ready to use, which is great. So I want to rip this with my ruler. And I think I'll rip that too. Okay. All right. So we got that. I'm centered here. Can't see what I'm doing. There we go. All right. So do we want to try this pretty wrapping paper or will it be overkill? I think I might try it on this. I mean, these aren't cherry blossoms, but they're pink. I think that might be too much. Let's try it. I think I might have to tone it down. Take a little piece here. Let's tone it down a little bit with our distressed oxide. Just kind of rub it off. Tone down that white so it's not so vibrant. Kind of make the tones very similar. That's kind of pretty. Let's do that. Let's see if I can get my glue to cooperate. Let's use my glue stick since it's thin. Yeah. This is a nice thing to add to a botanical journal. You can make cards out of these. Anything with your quickie sketches, I think, is always a good project, a good thing to throw into a journal. And you can make a whack load of these all at once, you know, do all the sketches at the same time. And a great way to use up scraps. So we could even glue something like this back down if we wanted. I'm going to keep it simple. And then this guy, what should we do for this one? I'll move this out of the way. Let's see here. Can make a little cluster. That'd be fun. Let's try that. Just adding a whack load of different scraps to the back. And then staple them together. let's do something simple like that. Using up some scraps here because I've got to start using some up. So what I like to do is, I haven't done a video on it yet, I'm probably going to do one soon, is add a bunch of different things to a pile here, and then add them to a journal so that you can take them off and decorate your journal with them. So they're kind of like I've seen it done. I know other YouTubers, I think they call them clusters, and they're a great idea. And every YouTuber does their own unique style of clusters. And it, like I said, it is a great way to use up scraps. So we'll just do something as simple as that with these, or maybe this one. And then we'll make this into a journal card. Let's do that. Okay, decision made. I'll be all day. Here's some lace. Let's add a little bit of lace. Just for some texture. And then this we staple together, or you can fold it over each other. You can do something where you fold it, but I'm just going to staple it. And then you've got a cluster of fun goodies to use in a journal with a sketch. So you just add this to your journal in a pocket or whatever you want, and there's scraps that you can decorate the journal with. I think that's a lot of fun. And what a fun treasure if you send this to somebody and they get all these fun textures and decorated papers and really scraps, but pretty scraps. Okay, let's decorate this guy now. What have we got? Oh, that's a pretty piece. I like that. I also have this stamp here, and it is Chinese calligraphy. So it's not Japanese writing, it's Chinese calligraphy, but it has that kind of nice flair to it with the really beautiful kind of writing. I have no idea what it says, of course, but if it says anything at all, I'm sure these symbols mean something. I just don't know what. But I thought that'd be kind of a nice little texture to it. It's not necessarily Japanese, of course. Japanese and Chinese are two different countries, but not a lot of it has to show. If you want to say authentic to the Japanese style that you're doing in your journal, then you don't want to really add Chinese writing to it, but it's the only stamp I have. And I'm just going to do a little bit on the outer edge of that. Just a little, just to add some texture. And then I'll put this on top. I like that. That works for me. All right, so I'm gonna get my Naughty Glue out. This stuff is really drying out on me. I don't have nail polish remover, so I haven't been able to thin it out. I'm assuming I can add, I have never done it, but I'm assuming I can add nail polish remover to it since it's acetone based. Oh my goodness, this is definitely a Monday morning. I can't get my glue to work. All right, glue stick. I don't know if the glue stick will work on this kind of fabric, but we'll just put extra on. Yeah, it's Tuesday, but it feels like a Monday. I'm not getting, I hope I get all my stuff done today. I have so much to do. Moving is a lot of work, not just packing, but you know, all the paperwork you have to do. It's a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. That's kind of cool. Do something like that. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger, but I like that. A nice neutral, simple background. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. So I'm gonna, again, darken the edges with my vintage oxide here. Distressed ink. This is just a little file folder. Oh, there, I put some stamps on it. Oh, that can go right there. Glue stick out again. It's just so nice and relaxing to make these things, these sketches. And if you do Happy Mail with people, well, how much fun would it be to get something like this in the mail? Somebody's drawn something for you. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Maybe a little bit of lace or something. I have some, what have I got? I got some pink here. Let's see, cut some off. Sorry, I'm off camera, I know. It's just a pain in the butt to bring that roll up. So it's a very soft pink. So I don't know if we want to add something like that to the bottom. Yeah, I do. That I'm definitely going to need my glue for. Let's see if I can just cut the top off here. Let's see if it will come out faster. Oh, here we go. We're in business. You could sew this too, but I don't have my sewing. Oh, I'm gonna put it on this side, to the right, to the left, this way. It's kind of pretty because that bright pink shines through it. All right, and scissors. This moving it to the opposite side of my hand seems to be working. I just found my scissors without shuffling 1,000 things. I'm gonna put a little punch at the top here, and we'll put the rest of this through. A little journaling card. And scissors, oh, put that back, scissors. So what are some of your tricks that help you stay organized on your desk without being overly time consuming, putting everything away as soon as you use it? You know, you got that creative flow going. You don't want to have to get up and move, put things away. You want to keep working on that stuff. So what are some of your tricks? I'd love to know. I would really love to know. Anything to help me in my small little trailer. All right, so there we are. That's today. So we did a little journaling card. So again, you can cover this. You can do whatever you want on the back, but with your little sketches. Oh, and do remember to sign your sketches. Just a little signature. I mean, it's your work. And it's nice that people see that it is actually made by a person, drawn by somebody human. And here's some other little ones. So I hope you enjoyed that today. Hope you subscribe and come back and visit me, and we'll do some more. And if you have any suggestions on what you would like to see, just leave them in the comment section below. And have a great day, everyone. Take care. Bye.